Well, hello and welcome to Rocky Mountain National Park. Well, today I've got something of a challenge, and I don't know if I can do it or not, but I guess we'll find out by the end of this video. At this time of year, in early September, it's very typical for us to have clear skies without any clouds at all. And as a landscape photographer, that makes things really challenging. You know, clouds are really what bring emotion to a photograph. And so if I take a photograph with these empty skies, it really feels, lifeless, like there's nothing there, that it's not a photograph you really want to look at. And so I've been thinking about what can I do? And you know, the one thing that clear, cloudless skies are perfect for is seeing the night sky. But you see, I haven't done much night photography in a very long time. And so I'm kind of rusty, not sure how well I can do at it these days, but I want to give it a try. And I've kind of had in my head this image of Glacier Gorge in Rocky Mountain National Park with Long's Peak and some of the other mountains, McHenry's and Thatch Top, looking out towards the Milky Way. And I spent some time on the computer looking, and it looks like it should be possible to get a nice Milky Way shot tonight if I can pull things together. And so what I'm planning to do is to hike up to a spot that I haven't been to in nearly 12 years. I don't know what it has in terms of foreground or whether I can make something work or not, but I'm going to give it a try. And so if you're up for an adventure, we're going to head out and try to get a new photograph that I've never taken, and I don't think anyone else has ever taken, of Glacier Gorge on a starry night. Are you ready? Let's go give that a try. Well, I've hiked in a couple of miles and have climbed about 1,000 feet of elevation so far. I've got about 1,000 feet more to go, I think, to get to my overlook. You know, getting to some of these places that I photograph can be challenging. Many of them are off trail, and because of that, I don't advertise their location as part of my agreement with the national park. But yeah, I don't also recommend it for everyone. Hiking off trail, you have to know how to do it so you don't damage the natural terrain, and also so that you can stay safe and not get hurt. There's a lot of opportunities to twist your arms or twist your ankles. Sorry, I got distracted. I just heard the first elk bugle of the year behind me. I think he's down the hill several hundred feet. But yeah, you need to be really knowledgeable in the wilderness, be able to self-rescue. You know, I carry a tracking device that I can also use as a rescue device, but I hope to never have to use that. I've tried to be as safe as possible. But the key is to stay within your skill level and to really honor the terrain that you're traveling on, to treat it gently. And that's what I try to do. Well, onward and upward. Still have quite a ways to go. Over the talus. And the nice thing about climbing talus is you're not going to damage any vegetation this way. Well, I'm finally above tree line. It's taking me quite a bit longer than I anticipated. But boy, is it beautiful out here. It's just as gorgeous with the setting sun just off to my right, and it's illuminating all of the trees. It really is quite spectacular. Somewhere up here is the getting closer to the top, so I'm heading that way. Hopefully I'll be there in plenty of time. Well, the sun has now set, and I'm finally approaching the top. So come with me and we'll have a peek at what we've got. All right, here we go. Here we are at the top of the world. Isn't that pretty? And that's Long's Peak with last light. Well, that was step one. Now the next challenge is to find a decent composition before it gets dark. Let's see what we can find. Well, possibly something like this. Well, things are cooling off quickly up here as the sun is now set and the light on Long's Peak is gone. I think I have a rough idea of my composition. I'm going to try and dial it in. So somewhere in here is roughly the composition that I'm looking at. I'm going to go a little bit wider than this, and I will leave plenty of room for the sky as well. And don't know that I can include those lakes down there. That's maybe a bit too wide. But I'm going to try and include these foreground trees. We're right at the very tippy top of tree line, sort of standing on the side of Long's Peak. We've got Long's Peak, Pagoda, Chief's Head, McHenry's, and then this is Thatch Top over here. Tonight, I'm going to have to take two photographs, one for this valley behind me, because it's going to be too dark to capture once the Milky Way is out. And then I have to take another photograph up above of the Milky Way. And then I have to blend those two photographs together to create the final image. And, you know, the tripod will not move. This is the scene before me, just as it is. But in order to get that detail in the valley, I'm going to have to take two different photographs. Okay, well, Blue Hour is now well and truly here. And I've just taken my first photographs of the valley, and it's looking really good. I'll share those with you now so you can see kind of the before. And then I've got probably about an hour to wait, and then the stars will come out enough to be able to photograph that. These silhouettes of the mountains are really beautiful. Don't know if you can see it, but the first star of the night has showed up here about 10 minutes ago, and I've started to see a few others up above. Slowly, they come out of hiding. Well, it's just before 9 p.m., so not too late, and the stars are finally out. The Milky Way I can see faintly stretching through the sky, and I did a couple of test shots to try and get my focus just right. I think I'm fairly close. Unfortunately, these old eyes aren't as good as they used to be. So I'm ready to push the shutter button. It's going to be 10-second exposure at 3200 ISO, and it'll have an f-stop of 2.8. Now, that's gibberish to most people, but I know the camera folks out there want to know. I wish you could see this in person. The sky is just magnificent, and it looks like I got the shots I was after. I don't know yet. I won't know till I get home, but I'm now all packed up, and I'm going to start heading down. I won't be able to record any of the journey back because it's just too dark and too rough, and I got to pay attention. It's been a terrific evening out here. It's getting quite chilly at the moment. I'll make my way down now, and then I'll talk to you again when I'm back in my office tomorrow. Beautiful to be out here. A wonderful, peaceful evening here in Rocky Mountain National Park. We'll see you all in the morning. Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the adventure last night. I sure did, though a bit of sleep was sure nice after that workout. In the end, I was out in the mountains for about 5.5 hours, getting up there, making the photograph, and then working my way back to the vehicle. And as far as I'm concerned, any trip that results in a safe return is a very good trip. Well, I had a chance this morning to look at those files and to see what I captured last night, and generally I'm pretty pleased. It's been a long time since I've done much night photography, and so I really wasn't sure what I would come up with. The stars were pretty much in focus, and when I blended those two images, it just looks beautiful. I think you're going to like it, and so I count this as a success. I came away with a photograph that I'm very pleased with, and one that is from a location that I've never seen photographed before. And so that always makes me happy because I work very hard to try and find new perspectives and new ideas to celebrate this amazing place. And I hope that you caught at least a bit of the sense of wonder of being there under the stars. It truly was magnificent. Well, are you ready for the big reveal? All right, here it is. This is the image I captured last night. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. I sure hope you enjoyed that image and the whole adventure of trying to get it. And I come out with new videos just about every week. If you're interested in seeing more of them, please subscribe to my channel. And if you're ever in Estes Park, please stop by my gallery in downtown Estes Park, right behind Bond Park. Stop in and you can see some of the many prints that I've made over the years. And I think now you have a better sense of kind of what goes into me actually creating these photographs. Well, thanks so much for watching. I'll see all of you next week. To help you prepare for your visit to Rocky Mountain National Park, visit my website, rockymountainnationalpark.com. For hiking guides, calendars, coffee table books, and more, visit rockytrailpress.com. And when you arrive, be sure and stop by my gallery in downtown Estes Park. It's called Images of RMNP.